Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Global Pulse. Will Iran also be destroyed like America did to Iraq, Libya, Syria, Yemen, and Afghanistan? This is the question in the mind of every person who understands international politics, especially after the shocking news of the death of Iran's most powerful leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. The way he was reportedly killed, the way his close circle was eliminated, the way his military allies were wiped out. Now the big question is, will America try to destroy Iran the way it did other Middle Eastern nations? America has a long-standing pattern. Any nation that dares to choose its own path, any country that refuses to follow the dollar system, any government that does not align with Washington, suddenly becomes a target under the name of democracy and peace. America enters. Sometimes it fuels internal divisions. Sometimes it imposes sanctions. And in the end, a once stable country turns into chaos. History is full of examples. Look at Iraq. In 2003, after the U.S. invasion, Iraq's destruction began. Under Saddam Hussein, Iraq was powerful. Education and healthcare were strong. The country had resources and independence. Yes, Saddam was a dictator. He committed brutal acts. He used chemical weapons and fought deadly wars. But the turning point globally came when Iraq decided to sell oil in euros instead of dollars. That was a direct challenge to the petrodollar system. Soon after, the world heard claims of weapons of mass destruction. No solid proof was found. Yet Iraq was bombed. Schools and hospitals were destroyed. Saddam was executed. But after Saddam, Iraq did not receive stability, it received chaos. Sectarian violence exploded. ISIS emerged. Today, Iraq has massive oil reserves, yet many citizens struggle with electricity, clean water, and security. Now look at Libya. Under Muammar Gaddafi, Libya was one of Africa's richest nations. Electricity was free. Fuel was extremely cheap. Education and healthcare were state-supported. He even built the great man-made river project to bring water from beneath the desert. But when Gaddafi proposed a gold-backed African currency to replace the dollar in regional trade, tensions escalated. In 2011, NATO intervened under the banner of protecting human rights. Libya was bombed. Rebel groups were armed. Gaddafi was killed publicly. Today, Libya is fractured, unstable, and controlled by armed factions. Then comes Syria. Syria's destruction was not just about removing a leader. It was also about pipeline politics and regional power struggles. When President Bashar al-Assad refused certain energy pipeline routes that conflicted with Russian interests, tensions rose. In 2011, protests began. The conflict escalated into civil war. The U.S., Russia, Iran, and regional powers turned Syria into a proxy battleground. Millions became refugees. Cities were destroyed. Oil fields and key resources became strategic targets. Afghanistan tells another story. In 2001, America entered to eliminate al-Qaeda and the Taliban. 20 years later, trillions of dollars were spent, thousands died, and when U.S. forces withdrew, the Taliban returned to power. The scenes at Kabul airport shocked the world. Yemen is another tragedy. Through support of regional allies and weapons supply, Yemen became one of the worst humanitarian crises in the world. Children suffer from hunger and disease. Infrastructure collapsed. In many of these cases, critics argue that the underlying issue was control over resources, oil routes, strategic influence, and maintaining the global dominance of the U.S. dollar. After World War II, the global oil trade was structured largely around the dollar. This gave the United States enormous economic leverage. When countries attempt to trade oil in alternative currencies, tensions often rise. Today, Russia and China are promoting trade in their own currencies. That shift challenges the existing financial system. Now the focus returns to Iran. Iran is not Iraq or Libya. It has a stronger military structure and regional alliances. but it has faced heavy economic sanctions for years. Its currency has weakened. Ordinary citizens have suffered. There have also been cyber attacks, targeted assassinations of scientists, and regional proxy conflicts. The question remains: will Iran face the same fate, or will it manage to resist external pressure? History shows that foreign intervention rarely brings lasting peace, but internal division also weakens nations. Iran now stands at a crossroads, facing pressure from outside and challenges from within. Will history repeat itself? The world is watching, because once again, the pattern seems familiar.